This rich heiress murdered her mother and stuffed her dead body in a suitcase.
I don't regret killing my mother. And as evil as that may sound, that's my reality.
But even though she had a bad relationship with her mom, no one expected that she would do something as brutal as killing her. Because during their family vacation in Bali, she beat her mom up, hit her with a heavy fruit bowl, and stuffed her body in a suitcase.
What did Sheila tell you about what was going on behind closed doors?
Well, she told me that she was being abused by Heather. I mean, she was constantly being attacked physically, and Heather had an explosive temper. I mean, there's no question about that. She would erupt at the slightest provocation.
And despite all the pieces of evidence pointing at her, she denied all of it, and even made a fake video confession to make it look like she is the victim.
I made it up. In my heart, in my mind, my soul, in my blood, in the oxygen running through my body, that I wanted to kill my mother.
But once the police started investigating deeper, they found something about her that's far more sinister. And the real reason why she decided to kill her mom will send chills down your spine. Heather Mack was an 18-year-old student at the time of the incident. Heather lived a luxurious lifestyle, as she was the daughter of a wealthy family from Chicago, Illinois. Her dad, James L. Mack, was a notable jazz musician, while her mom, Sheila Von Wies Mack, was an editor and a well-known socialite. They were a normal family at first, but everything changed when Heather's father died. Heather began acting up and frequently lashed out at her mother.
She would bite Sheila, she would hit her, and it was
to the point of
bruising.
Sheila sustaining serious injuries?
Well, Heather pushed her one time in the bathroom and she fell and broke her arm.
But even when things were bad between her and her mother still tried to keep her close. Her mom still loved her, took care of her, and believed that her daughter was just going through a phase.
And she wouldn't press charges. I mean, it's a really hard thing to do when it's your own child. You know, and I would, talk to her about, you've got to start treating your mom with respect. You've got to start going to school. You can't do this anymore, Heather. You're taking years off my sister's life.
Little did she know that trusting her daughter would lead to her death. Because when they went on a family vacation, Heather beat her mom up and eventually killed her. And in an attempt to escape, Heather stuffed her mother's dead body in a suitcase and left the hotel. Luckily, someone found the luggage suspicious and reported her to the police. And after inspecting the suitcase, Heather was immediately arrested.
When I was 10, my mother killed my father in a hotel in Athens, Greece.
In an attempt to get away with her crime, she even tried to blame her mother for her father's death.
It's the kind of statement that doesn't even warrant a response. It's such an absurdity.
He showed me this death certificate for Heather's father, James Mack. It gives the cause of death as pulmonary embolism, a blood clot in the lungs.
Why do you think she's lying about this?
Heather was never easy to figure out. I just think she's unhinged. I also think in this video that she's under some kind of opiate, heroin or cocaine.
However, Heather's claims were proven wrong. And turns out she planned to kill her mom to get $1.5 million from her mother's inheritance. Because of this, Heather was charged with murder and will be spending the rest of her life in prison.